Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 coming up just after 8 o'clock. We have another chance to go to Universal Orlando Resort, a trip for 4. It's a fantastic, memorable trip for the family, for the guys trip, girls trip, whatever you want to do with it. So just after 8, we'll qualify one more person, and we'll give away another trip. It's been a month of giving away trips. Another one coming up Friday, we will do that. Now, that's if we're all here and alive and moving forward, because something snuck into Chicago yesterday that may change the entire landscape of what we do with summer approaching and people. It doesn't matter if you live in the burbs, wherever you live, what part of town, you will experience this. It will be an effect in your life. And what that is a Waymo came into town. A Waymo. Now, just so you know, maybe you don't know what a Waymo is. What a Waymo exactly is a autonomous driving technology company. That's what they are. A subsidiary of Alphabet Inc., which is Google's parent company. They operate as a fully driverless public ride-hailing service, often referred to as robo-taxis. So it's like calling an Uber, but there's no driver. It's a robo-taxi. And you can book the rides 24/7 via their app. And, well, where I was just at, I was at Scottsdale in Phoenix. I got out of the airport. I saw 2 of these things pull up. They're a white car with all this technology on top, looks kind of funky. And they pull up, and I got to admit, I was curious as hell, as much as we are on this show as a unit against AI, because that's involved in these things. Because they use sensors and all kinds of stuff to figure out everything.
Yeah, how exactly do they build them, Brian? Go ahead.
Yeah, so here's what they do. They get into a lab.
No,
and they put
give us an in-depth analysis.
They take this car, and they put a chip in it. So they're in Phoenix, Atlanta, Austin, and Miami right now. Los Angeles, San Francisco also, they're in. Now, yesterday, there's a lot of videos online from people on social media showing them getting taken off a truck over at the 100 block of Kenzie.
Ominous.
Very just all of a sudden, casually, the Waymos are coming in. And there's
Can't
also
they get off the truck themselves?
That's true. Couldn't they have driven across country from wherever they were at? Why did they need a car to move the car?
And then why do they have to get taken off? Shouldn't they just be like Lightning McQueen? All right, go to your garage.
These are all questions that are unanswered about the whole process here.
But doesn't it make you lose faith in the product? If let's say they're all built in San Francisco, they're all stored there. Shouldn't they be able to drive from San Francisco to here without?
Ka-chow. I want to see one driving.
I would like to see a little ka-chow action instead of a flatbed truck carrying them here.
I will say it was more ominous seeing them come off a truck. If they just drove into town, I've been like, oh, that's a funky-looking car.
Do they have eyes like our robo food delivery?
They do not have those eyes.
Oh, that's a shame.
People complaining and beating up those things in the Lincoln Park neighborhood already. They're not happy with those things.
I just had one of the robo food delivery things, the little robots with wheels on them that look like Wall-E. I just had the thing where when you're walking in the same direction as somebody and you both veer right and then you both veer left and you're like, you can do the same thing.
Yeah.
I did that with a robot.
Oh.
Do you know how humiliating it is to do that with a robot?
And did you eventually get around it and eventually say, like, you go ahead?
I had a spin move on it like I was Allen Iverson. I had to get out of there, man.
Juked him out.
But I really do. I got to admit, like, it coming off of a truck being unloaded is very similar to like the movie I, Robot, where all the robots are getting all in the warehouse getting ready to attack. That's what it felt like, more than just, oh, there's this new kind of vehicle I can ride that doesn't have a driver. And there's also somebody on social media put up a picture of a parking lot loaded with about 10 to 15 of them.
Tough.
And it just looks scary. And Google, they're taking the Thompson Center, and that's a massive new construction, a $1 billion construction of a new office they have there. So that's not done yet, but when that's done, I know Google's already here in Chicago, but they're moving into that office, and then they're preparing for these Waymos to come in. Now, thoughts on a driverless vehicle? I guess for me, the first thought is, and I want to ride one, but I don't know what the hell I'm going to do in this, because I love talking to my driver. I love going like, so, hey, kind of cold out there today, huh? Yeah, well, the weather's a little rough. It's supposed to be nicer tomorrow.
Brian has an Uber rider score of like 1 because they're like, shut up. No one wants to pick you up.
You know what? I think you're wrong. I'm going to take a look at my score. I think they love me.
Oh, Kenzie, pull up your Uber score real quick.
Oh, God.
Oh, crap. What's going on here?
What do you mean? How did you mess up pulling up the Uber app?
I'm trying to open the app, and it says loading.
Okay, give it just a second.
Let it load.
Just give it a second.
Well, how long is it going to load? See, that's why I can't. I got the car with no driver. I'm going to be yelling at myself in 3 minutes.
I have a 4.95. What's your Uber score?
It still won't open.
Not you.
What do you mean? Let me
Case.
see your phone.
It says.
No, hand it to me. Let me see your
Oh,
phone.
God.
I would like to know your Uber score because it's going to
What do you
determine.
mean? You haven't even clicked on the app.
No, I'm trying to click on the app, and it just says loading on the desktop of the phone.
So the home
Yes.
screen.
Whatever the app.
How old are you?
Yeah, whatever the hell the thing is.
I have an Uber rating of 4.92.
She has 495.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm better than you.
That sucks.
Well, Casey's a curmudgeon. I can see them going like, oh.
Yeah, unless somebody, because I mean,
You're not going to talk. I bet you don't talk the whole time.
No, not unless they go, and this is very flattering when it happens, but unless they go, hey, are you Case from Q101? I go, yeah, what's up? Like, we can have a conversation then. But unprompted, no, I'm not having a conversation with I don't, that's just, it's my quiet time. It's not that I think less of an Uber driver. I just don't want to talk to them.
I understand. That's why your score is, it's still a good score, I guess.
It's 4.92. I don't know why yours is taking so long to load. You have a storage safety measure on there, but Brian, I mean,
Can I give you my Lyft score?
No, I don't want your Lyft score. That's a poverty score. I don't want that.
I've actually been using Lyft a lot more lately.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because I get a discount on my credit card.
But it could be different.
That's like Frank the Tank when he's planning the Home Depot trip at old school, not the party. It's
Nice
like,
little
yeah,
Saturday.
Yeah, nice little Saturday. You know, with Lyft, I get points on my credit card.
Oh,
What's your Lyft score?
my Lyft score is 497.
Wow.
All right.
All right, Mr. Popular.
My name's spelled wrong on Lyft. But it's 5-0, baby.
You have a 5.0 on Lyft?
Yeah.
But do you take Uber or Lyft more?
I'd probably take, I don't know. But if 5-0, stuck on that.
So, Brian, back on the Waymo.
Okay, back to the Waymo. So
He's still trying to get an Uber. Look
I
at
know.
him.
I don't know what's going on. The
He's
Uber
trying to
app,
load his desktop.
it's freaking, it says loaded. What's going on there?
It freaking says loading.
Sorry, Uber. It's not working. So I don't know what I would do in a car without a driver. That's I guess.
Why can't you just stare at your phone like everybody else?
Oh, I have enough time staring at my phone every 23 hours outside of a car.
You do that when you're driving.
Case gets nervous when I'm driving him somewhere. I grab my phone. I start texting. I go, "Don't worry, I can do this."
I'm a pro.
Yeah,
I've actually had just enough beers. It actually makes me a better driver.
I'm smoking a cigarette. I've got a Colt 45 quart in my hand. I've got a bandana over my eyes. Don't worry, I can do all
I'm
this.
just trying to catch up on my sleep real quick.
Wait, I may have told you guys this before, but my weirdest experience in an Uber where I'm like, what the hell, was I get a driver and it said, and this isn't the what the hell part, so hold on. It said that my driver was deaf. So, like, don't talk to him, okay? Like, it was a no, like, just your driver's deaf. I'm like, all right. Wasn't going to talk anyways, no problem. I'm in the car. We don't say anything. He does like a little wave. I'm like, all right, okay, get it. You're deaf, no problem. Near the
Get it? You're deaf. No problem.
I
Got
got
it.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. We're nearing my drop off, and his phone rings, and he answers it. He starts having a conversation.
Oh, he's like Stevie Wonder. He was lying to you.
That's right. He's just like Stevie Wonder. He's a big old liar.
Because people think Stevie
Isn't
Wonder
that
can see.
weird? I'm like, I'm here. How'd you hear that ring?
Saw you coming.
Like, what the hell was that?
You're red flagged in the system.
I never
This girl's a
break
bitch,
with
man.
it.
Don't want to talk to her. You don't want to talk to her.
Aren't you concerned, Brian? Because you're like Captain GPS. You love driving. You love navigating. You love moving all about the city and the surrounding areas. Do you feel like a self-driving car would be better than you because it relies so much on technology?
I don't think so because they don't know. I don't know if this car is going to know alleys and certain like shortcuts through Chicago. I know every street in the city. I know every little alley, every kind of corner, and a way to go differently. Even though GPS, GPS. People say, "Why do you give traffic reports if I have GPS?" Because GPS will tell you 40 minutes, and then by the time you start driving, it keeps adding on. It's not perfect. You got to know what's coming up way ahead of you. And GPS, you can say 40 minutes, and by the time you get there, it takes you an hour and 15 minutes. That's why we do traffic reports, so you know what's coming way ahead before you get there. And I can do that better than a Waymo, I'm pretty sure.
Do you think the Waymo is going to be able to understand lower whacker better than a GPS
Oh,
is?
my God. Can you imagine?
That'd be bad.
Because the GPS goes out if you ever on lower whacker. Pretty much you can't use GPS. And then all of a sudden, that's all.
To be honest, GPS doesn't work great in the city as a whole.
I don't have too much problem overall, but lower whackers where it really goes out, and you got all of a sudden. It's like you're in Fight Club when he lets go of the steering wheel. It's just like, okay, you ever been with someone that goes to Lower Wacker's, never been down there before, and the GPS goes out? It's like, oh, no.
Oh, turn on Carrie Underwood. Jesus, take the wheel, man.
So the mayor has responded because of the social media reports about Waymo, and here's what he says about why you've seen them in Chicago. The mayor says that Waymo contacted the office of the mayor of Chicago, so they're here in order to, quote, map street formations, record geographical data, and better understand driving conditions in Chicago. It has not been approved in legislation to have these on the streets yet.
Okay, so essentially, so they can drive on Lower Wacker and do things like that. They're going to be sending them out.
But then if they lose their signal, even if they have the data, if you lose kind of the cloud, let's say, the information's up there, they're still going to be lost down there, right?
I think so. Because I would think that, I mean, like, you can look at a street view of Lower Wacker on a GPS. It recognizes that Lower Wacker exists. It just doesn't know how to drive through it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the point, is that it'll drive around and finally try to figure that out so it has a more accurate map.
Yeah.
I like how he said Waymo called him. Like, the car's like...
Do you think Waymo is a car phone that it can talk into?
Yeah. I just imagine the cars like talking to him specifically.
Don't worry, we're here just to map the city. There's nothing wrong.
What was the verbiage they used when they explained what they were doing here?
So they said that Waymo is here to, and this is quote, in order to map street formations, record geographical data, and better understand the driving conditions in Chicago.
Sorry, that's something an evil corporation would say.
Yeah.
There's something about that made me lose all faith in Waymo. This is very clearly an inside job, and we're being taken over by driverless cars.
Look out, they're
What do you
coming.
mean take it over?
They're going to do bad stuff. This is
Like
this is
what?
the start of it.
They don't even have
Like
hands.
they're going to drive you. Once in a while, you get one, and somebody will disappear into the lake. The car will drive you into the lake because it wants to get rid of us.
Once in a while, someone gets rid of the lake.
There's 9 million people in the Chicagoland area. It's going to start taking us out one by one.
And very few people driving a car drive into the lake. The Waymo is going to increase that statistic by quite a bit.
Yep.
Because I don't know how to stop it. That's the thing. If something goes wrong, if Brian starts driving like an idiot, I can take over the steering wheel. If a Waymo, well, because I can beat him
You
up.
would punch him in the face.
But if a Waymo starts acting stupid, I don't know how to solve that problem.
See, I'm going to do half glass full, okay?
Oh, boy.
I think we may have less issues. These cars actually are safer. If something's going on, you probably could jump on the wheel and check. There's not a person standing there. I don't have to worry about getting, like, kidnapped. I think less. There's less of a, like, there's not a person in front.
Yeah,
who's
but
just in control of the car going anywhere.
But you'll be in the back seat in like the outfit you wear at Riot Fest with the big heels, and you can kind of you got to shuffle
But
along
I
there.
like that in an Uber also.
I understand, but you're saying you can jump in, quickly grab the wheel. You're not going to get to the front seat to grab the wheel with those outfits on that
It's
you
tight
wear.
dress.
Listen, I'm very short. I fit great. It's like jumping through a hoop. Right to the front.
Good luck.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, Weezer for Shelley in Evergreen Park. Thanks for listening, Shelley in Evergreen Park this morning. Appreciate it. We have in about 90 seconds your chance to go to Universal Orlando Resort with Brian and Kenzie on Q101, a trip for 4. It's pretty massive. We're talking about those Waymos that were sighted in Chicago. These robo-taxis. So they're like an Uber or a Lyft without a driver, all automated by Google, who have a new big building here in Chicago. The old Thompson Center is going to be the Google headquarters for Chicago. And there's some concern out there about these things going on the street. They're not approved yet. There's no legislation that says they can drive in Chicago yet, but they've arrived. They're in garages. You might see them being put on the streets. So 708 checked in, Amy checked in and said, I took a Waymo in Arizona. Instead of taking me to the front door of the venue, it dropped me off at the loading dock by the dumpsters.
It's a very unceremonious entrance.
Yeah, it's hard to recover from walking out from behind a dumpster to go to a concert.
That's not a good line.
It's like, what were you doing back there?
I like 847 texted in and said Waymo killed a bodega cat and justice has yet to be served.
Oh, no.
That's so sad.
Yeah, I remember when they were testing them, there was certainly some accidents with pedestrians and poor bodega cat, I guess.
I know. Didn't see it coming.
It's too bad.
You know, my issue with Waymo is the name. Doesn't it sound like a 90s or 80s catchphrase from like a show? Waymo! Like every time he does something.
Like a professional rollerblader would say that.
Yeah, like, it just really bothers me. Waymo!
It's like in the Olympics. How'd you feel about that ride? Waymo, bro! Waymo, bro!
It does have a goofy snowboard vibe to it.
Case, what do you got on the text line?
Samantha checked in and said, Kenzie, this is for people like Kenzie that are afraid of being kidnapped. Kenzie, you should look into the people that have been stuck in Waymos and couldn't get out because the car goes into safety mode and locks the doors and windows while it's driving. So even customer support can't override the system.
Oh, no.
Safety mode. That sounds like safety mode for the kidnapper.
Well, the car's kidnapping you.
What the hell?
I think, they don't want people to tuck and roll out of a car if they're not in danger, but it prevents you from tucking and rolling out of a car if
When
you are
you're
in
in
danger.
danger.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. That's a real tough one.
Oh, it's
It is
terrifying.
You should be able to yell, "Help, I'm being kidnapped," and the door's open.
There should be a big red help button inside the car, like the size,
That's where we're at in society now. That's what big tech is moving to, is we have to have a kidnap button in all of our tech.
Yeah, just
there
help.
should be a kidnap button, and
Yeah.
here it is.
All right, so look for the Waymos, and you know what? You can go to Florida. We'll get you there by plane, which has proved to be very safe, and you can get out of that easily and land at Universal Orlando Resort, a trip for 4. Call now, 312-591-8300. Caller 10 qualifies for another trip we're giving away, and you get there by Spirit Airlines, ground transportation between the airport and hotel. Feel like a VIP, 4-night accommodations at Universal Terra Luna Resort, and you get to go to all the parks. So call now, 312-591-8300. Your chance. You qualify for the trip.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. The Q101 pop-up with Jonah Kagan. That man right there is Sunday, March 29th at the Cubby Bear. Free, first come, first serve ticket is at Q101.com for you right now. It's a 21 and over show sponsored by our great friends at the Cubby Bear and from Brian and Kenzie on Q101. I can't wait. I missed that sold-out show at Thalia Hall in January. So Jonah Kagan, it's the last time you're going to see him in a venue this small without question. We'll pack the house Sunday, March 29th, Cubs game, day game during that day. And then later on, go to the Cubby Bear for our Q101 pop-up. Time for Head to Headlines. Wednesday, we go through all the funny headlines of the week. We narrow it down to 2. There's hundreds of them. We make it easy. We narrow it down to 2, and then you decide the content right now by texting in headline 1 or headline 2. Based on the headline alone, what story you want to hear us break down. You decide the content. For example, here is headline number 1. Pittsburgh medic benched after alleged glove for pizza swap at local shop.
Okay.
Does that make sense what happened there?
Well, glove like gloves? Or is that slang for something that I don't know about?
Well, I guess we'll have to, if you're really that curious, you'll have to pick that one as a headline you want to go deeper in. Not you, Kenzie, but everybody out there listening. But Kenzie doesn't know the story either. So, Pittsburgh medic benched after alleged glove for pizza swap at local shop. So,
Okay.
Not knowing what it is, I would like to take place in a glove for pizza swap. That sounds like something I'm intrigued by.
that
I
trade.
think who gets the gloves is the loser. I'd much rather have a pizza.
Well, maybe the glove is something we don't know. Maybe it's new youth
Right.
lingo that we haven't heard yet.
Or it's just cold out, and like me, I lost my gloves at the beginning of winter. I don't have any gloves right now.
And there's no way you could get another pair.
No.
They're all
No.
sold out.
I-
Well, this
listen.
guy's in a pizza shop. He doesn't need gloves right then.
The pizza's warm. That warms up his
Yeah.
hands.
Interesting. He has to leave at some point, though. He has to go home in the cold. It's Pittsburgh. It's cold like here. He's got to go home, need some gloves somewhere.
That's tough.
So that's headline number 1. Don't text in yet until you're headline number 2. And that story is, user accidentally gains control of over 6,700 robot vacuums while tinkering with their own device to enable to control it with a PlayStation controller. It almost tells the whole story right
That's gotta be
there.
the story, right?
That's a long
Yeah,
headline.
there's a lot there.
Do we have time to read it one more time?
I don't think so. That's headline 2. But it does kind of tell the story, but then you might want to know how that happened.
That's
Again,
unbelievable.
so user accidentally gains control of over 6,700 robot vacuums while tinkering with their own device to enable control with a PlayStation controller.
It shouldn't be that easy to access everyone's vacuum. That's not good.
I guess that's what the story will talk about and how that happened. But if you like that headline, that's headline 2. And then headline 1 was the Pittsburgh medic, the glove for pizza swap that we're so intrigued about.
Vacuuming with a PlayStation controller sounds like fun. I've never thought about that before.
But now it's more work. The whole point is that you don't have to pay attention to it. Now you're driving it.
But now it's kind of a game.
I'm also curious how he knew he
My
took over.
kids are spilling stuff on purpose. Like, enough.
Like, how did he know he took over the 6,700 outside his home?
Can you imagine calling your neighbor and being like, hey, are you controlling my vacuum right now? What the hell?
Like, how did that come about? How did he figure out that he was basically controlling the world's
Hey,
vacuum cleaners?
My vacuum's doing a lot of wheelies lately.
Did you turn the NOS on my vacuum?
Weird.
Cats love riding those things. You know, I see the videos of cats.
I've seen babies and cats on them.
Yeah, babies and cats on the robo vacuum. Okay.
You get a lot of Instagram reels of cats riding
Oh,
on
yeah.
vacuums.
Facebook reels, all the way through. All right, so text in headline 1 or headline 2. Which story? It's tough. I'd say it's a tough call today on which story you want us to break down. You decide the content right now with Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Text in headline 1 or headline 2 to 312-591-8300 with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We have a chance to get you to Welcome to Rockville, a VIP trip. We'll give you the key word that's active till 9 o'clock for a chance at this trip to see Foo Fighters, My Chemical Romance, Guns N' Roses. That's coming up in about 15 minutes. We'll get through head to headlines first, and then we'll get that to you. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So head to headlines, the funniest headlines of the week. We've nailed down 2 for you, and we'll give you the results of the voting in a second. First off, headline number 1 was Pittsburgh medic benched after alleged glove for pizza swap at local shop.
I just don't understand it.
I think that's where everybody, we'll get to the voting in a second, but headline number 2 was user accidentally gains control of over 6,700 robot vacuums while tinkering with their own device to enable to control it with a PlayStation controller. That's someone that hasn't gotten out of the house in a while. This is totally a big gamer. It says, I wonder if I can control the vacuum with my PlayStation controller.
It's giving house arrest. It's like, I'm so bored.
Wow. Well, again, this was super close, just like I predicted, because I think both are incredibly interesting. The second headline gives you more information about what happened, but not how and what happened after 6,700 robot vacuums were taken over with a PlayStation controller. But just a few more people wanted to hear about the glove for pizza swap. And so here we go. That's the winner. And it is Pittsburgh medic benched after alleged glove for pizza swap at local shop. First off, nothing but love for our first responders out there in the ambulances.
Yeah.
And by the way, they get benched like in football?
I guess it's a clever way to say he's suspended, but we'll get to that in the story. But I mean, the guy, it seems like he traded gloves for pizza. We didn't need this story to come across our timeline. It could have just been, don't do that again.
It doesn't seem like a crime.
I don't understand what he did wrong at all.
Well, let's get to the story. A Pittsburgh medic is off the streets after city officials began investigating allegations that they took boxes of medical gloves from a UPMC supply and traded them for a pizza at a neighborhood shop.
I've yet to see the problem here.
Well, did they steal the gloves? We'll see what they said. They took a box of medical gloves. But I guess my point is, I love pizza, and if I see a pizza, I'm going to buy it and eat it.
Okay.
How did they think a box of gloves was going to work in the trade? Did they talk about it before they got? I know. But did they ask the pizza shop guy before, if I go get you a box of rubber gloves, will you give me a free pizza? On the spot trade sounds like, I don't understand how that would work.
I don't either. I've never offered to trade with a business before.
We should do it more often.
We should.
And I would think a pizza's more expensive than a box of rubber gloves.
A box of 100 latex medical gloves is $9 on Amazon.
Oh.
About the price of a small pizza.
And I guarantee that the medical place buys them in bulk, so they're probably actually less per box.
Right. Now, it sounds like he stole them, but we'll see what the story says. So according to the news locally in Pittsburgh, they're saying alleged, glove for pie swap involved boxes of gloves, multiple boxes, taken from UPMC and handed over to a local pizzeria. The story is so stupid.
You love it.
The medic has been removed from active duty. Kenzie, that means benched.
Why?
It's benched.
Why can't he help people because he gave away gloves?
While the city's Office of Municipal Investigations looks into what happened.
Your tax dollars at work.
He traded a pizza for gloves. That's what happened. This needs an investigation.
Ridiculous.
This is so classic of the over-bureauification of everything.
People in the Epstein files walking around in the street.
Yeah.
I want to throw that out there.
Right? Yeah. Was this necessary?
Is this all he did?
We'll
This
keep
is
going.
insane. He better have then killed somebody afterwards to make this make sense.
I mean, the phrase removed from active duty is so ominous.
Like he's on the front lines. I mean, I guess he is, but that's awful. That's tragic.
Like, okay, somebody's not going to get saved because like they were cracking down too hard.
No, when we get to the end of the story, it's not that long. You're going to see why they're on edge in Pittsburgh with their paramedics. But it says it's a case that lands squarely in the middle of the ongoing scrutiny facing Pittsburgh's Bureau of Emergency Medical Services. So this was the tip of the iceberg to get the FBI to come in and start investigating. He traded gloves for a pizza. The city's Office of Municipal Investigations is responsible for handling complaints and investigations involving possible misconduct by city employees, including EMS workers, which this guy was. That's what they describe it as. They review the allegations, conduct interviews, and fact-finding, and recommend administrative or benched, from the situation. So this is where maybe this has led to a tipping point. The allegation comes on the heels of earlier turmoil inside the Bureau. 2 high-ranking EMS administrators were previously suspended and later fired after accusations they falsified time cards.
Okay, that's a crime.
That's different.
But I guess it got everybody on edge to think, like, he took some gloves and traded it for a pizza, and that's also, we better stop this now before the time card thing happens again, something similar.
I disagree. And also, are EMS workers hourly employees? Do they have to punch in and out?
That's also disturbing.
That's sad. They should be on salary.
I don't know. Maybe they're making like a lot an hour.
Maybe.
If there's any like city ambulance drivers listening right now, not private ones, let us know how you get paid. Because I guess
the city, right? Yeah, not private.
And we're not going to rat you out if you're in some barter system where you're getting free pizza. This is a safe space to share that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how miserable the person be that must have reported this.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's kind of how I feel, and I'm not trying to attack one of our listeners, but we just had a listener text in April, and she's like, "It's stealing and ethics." I'm like, bye, because all these big companies have so many morals. Bye. Oh, yeah. What a moral compass they all lead with taking care of their employees all the time. I have like 10 staplers at home for this company. I don't care. They'll be fine.
I took some copy paper home last week.
All right, really, we both belong in prison.
Lock her up.
Yeah.
Because
all these companies just lead with the most ethical response always.
The last 2 sentences here, the last sentence is unbelievable. Here we go. To close out this story and head to headlines. The glove for pizza investigation is still active.
Oh, my God. As are the Epstein files. We're making our way through both of them.
Depending on what city investigators find, the case could lead to administrative discipline, and if they believe the evidence warrants it, a potential criminal review.
Oh, my God! Free this man!
Let's go to Pittsburgh after the show.
We need to get to the courthouse now.
Let's go.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning, and Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.